action.
Hello everybody, my name is Meghan Meghan. I am a registered homeopath and Reiki practitioner.
And I'm Meghan Forbes, owner and creator at Meghan Forbes Health Coaching and also a Reiki practitioner.
And the title of today is
Oops, I shit it again.
That's right, we're talking about food poisoning. So let's face it, we overeat, we overdrink. We talked about that in the last video. Sometimes we get the rumbly grumblies and we shit ourselves.
Shit happens.
Shit happens.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, whether you're visiting your in-laws or doing something public like, the community tree light up, you can't help when you have to shit or you have to vomit because you have food poisoning. The scene that always comes to me is in Bridesmaids, Megan, when she's literally shitting in a sink, screaming, "Look away!" Okay, you don't want to get to that point, but if you do, we have some tips and tricks to get you through the shits.
So the first one from my end is how to avoid the onset of food poisoning, whether you are, attending a meal at somebody else's house, or if you're preparing food for your family and friends to come over. Certainly you don't want to give anyone the shits any more than you want to get the shits yourself.
Yeah.
So this one is pretty simple. Couple of tips for you. Wash your hands thoroughly and often and dry completely. Those are the 3 steps to hand washing, which so many people don't get. I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but just remember that one. Double check expiry dates. It happens. Oh my goodness. I can't even tell you the occasions when I used to go to the grocery store and actually buy food that was already expired. You cannot necessarily trust them to comb their shelves properly. So double check that. If you're pulling things out of your fridge that might have been there for a while, just double check the dates. That's an easy one. Next one. Do not thaw your foods at room temperature. I know a lot of people, they wake up like, oh crap, I completely forgot to take something out for dinner tonight or for the party. And then they thaw it at room temperature. It's far less safe than thawing your foods in the refrigerator, which is the proper way to do it. Another one, keep all your meat on the bottom shelf of your fridge, especially your raw meats. I worked about 10 years in food and beverage and restaurants, and this is a big one. You do not want to cross-contaminate your foods with those, especially those raw meat juices. So just keep them on the bottom shelf. Have your bottom shelf for meat, middle shelf for dairy, top shelf for fruits and vegetables. And that's the way to do it. I know it's kind of counterintuitive because a lot of fridges out there, they have your produce drawers at the bottom. Just go against the grain and do what's a bit healthier. Keep your meat on the bottom. The other one is cool your leftovers quickly, and this is a big one when you're going to a huge meal, is make sure that the leftovers are cooled kind of quickly and then stored properly in the fridge. This also is a big one to think about if you're going out for food, and sometimes we take home leftovers, especially if you're paying attention to that 80% full rule. When your body knows that you're completely hungry, wants to signal your brain stop when you're 80% full. Have some routines and rituals. Get them to package up that food straight away for you, like I talked to you about in the last video. But when you get those leftovers, make sure that you get them in the fridge within 2 hours. If you don't, can you please do me and yourself a huge favor and just toss them? That's a big one. And those are kind of just a couple really quick tips to make sure that you can do your best at avoiding the onset of food poisoning.
That's a really good one about the meat actually dripping onto other food. I never thought of that. And let's say that, it happens, you're eating grandma's query rice pudding and it's been out too long and
it tastes so good, but I just can't trust her anymore.
You just, there's a Jell-O mold that's supposed to be Jell-O, but it's not. But you eat it anyways, because you're trying to be polite. So let's say that you do end up you get the symptoms of food poisoning. You're barfing, you're shitting, you're doing both.
Been there.
Yeah, there is a remedy that can help you through your food poisoning. And this is also one, guys, to keep in mind that if you're traveling and you're worried about eating foods that are going to give you food poisoning, or you are just worried about getting food poisoning, I don't think anyone would be like, yeah, that's going to give me food poisoning. You can take this with you also as well when you're traveling.
Where were you when I went to Punta Cana earlier
well,
this year?
you were on the toilet. So if you're worried about crapping your pants or barfing on your shirt, you can use the remedy Arsenicum album. This is a really great remedy for food poisoning, for all types of food poisoning, really spoiled foods, different types of bacterium that give you the craps in the barfs, or either or in combination. As well, it's a remedy that's known, and you don't have to have this, but it is known to have burning pain. So if your arse is burning after you've had a couple episodes, think, oh yeah, I should probably take some Arsenicum album. This is a characteristic to this remedy. And another one is after you've done the deed a couple of times, if you're totally wiped out and you have absolutely no energy left, and you're like, crawl into the fridge to hydrate, you can use this remedy as well. It's really great for food poisoning, the burning types of pains, the extreme weakness. You can use this remedy. You can, if you're traveling, preemptively take a couple doses while you're there, but around the holidays, again, same concept. Preemptively, or if you get it, take some dosing, and just avoid the terror of food poisoning.
I love that. My favorite literary device is the pun, don't get wiped out.
Oh my God. Anywho, again, like, share, comment these videos. I'm sure there's going to be somebody out there that's going to be eating some kind of weird mayonnaise thing and be on the toilet spending their holidays there instead of with their kids or their family. So these are simple tips and tricks. And thanks for tuning in. The next video, I believe, is on sugar. Sugar.
It is.
And it's definitely something that we overindulge in. So tune in. Bye, guys.